What's up, guys? Big Papa Drock back with another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Hope, as always, that you are having a phenomenal day, and I am stoked because we're going to be talking a little Dungeons and Dragons today in Dragonheir. That is right, guys. They have got a new Dungeons and Dragons event coming. These are some of my favorite things that Dragonheir does because they have awesome storylines attached to them, super cool characters and heroes that you can get, and just really fantastic gameplay. But before we get into it, I want to say a huge thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video. As always, guys, I've got a link down below. Why haven't you used it yet? And if you have used it, let me know in the comments so I can thank you, as always. But if you haven't used it, go ahead and get started, guys. This game is good. This game is legitimately good with fantastic story, and I'm stoked to show off a little Dungeons and Dragons action today because we've got Big B coming to the game, guys. That is right. So Big B is a new legendary hero that you can snag. The cool thing about this is you can get him absolutely free, guys. That is right. This is something that Dragonheir does better than anybody. If you've seen any of my Dragonheir videos, you know that I talk about that constantly, and I genuinely mean it. There is no game in this genre that is more player friendly than Dragonheir. I will die on that hill. Because it really is true. And here we go again, another free legendary event and another cool one at that. So how can you get this, buddy? Well, you can get them for free. You get it by playing the game. That's one of the cool ways to do it. You've got challenges that you can do that give you these little Big B's crushing hands. And so if you log into the game every day and you do these challenges, you get all these crushing hands, and then you can go into the planar summoning and you can summon this bad boy. Now, I am on the test server currently, so I've already got Big B, and I'll show you his kit briefly and why you should be going for him. Again, he's free, but it's really as simple as just doing these summons. Potentially, you can do the summons if you want to, if you don't want to do the actual events, and then you'll actually summon these Big B's crushing hands. So if you don't feel like doing getting him the free way, you can always use Heliolite dice to do it as well. And then also keep in mind, you can use these Big B's crushing hands to get his exclusive artifact in his shop. But once you have enough Big B's crushing hands, you can go ahead and summon him directly. Again, I'm on the test server. It was already done because this has everything unlocked. But beyond that too, you've also got his exclusive artifact shop. So if we go to his token shop, you can snag his Big B's gauntlet, which we see is, of course, a mythic level artifact, giving us some attack and attack percentage and increasing the damage to enemies without buffs, which gives you a hint as to what our boy Big B does. So let's take, you can also get, by the way, some cool dice in here. This is one of the nice things they do with these Dungeons and Dragons events is that they actually give you the opportunity to get different colored dice or different styles of dice. And then also usually some master pages as well to scroll up your heroes. But we're going to take a look at Big B in a second. Before we get into that, also want to mention, now this again was completed because I'm on the test server, but there is a really cool story mode around the Lady of Pain, who is the boss for this Big B's Dungeons and Dragons event. So you'll definitely want to check this out. This has already been beaten. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to go into it. I'm a big believer in really enjoying the story that comes with Dragonheir. And again, it's one of the best parts of this game is that there actually is a reason to do something, which I think is such a nice change of pace for those of us coming from raid. So you'll have story mode available there with the Lady of Pain boss that you can go through, which is cool. You've got the planar summoning, of course, where you can pull for additional crushing hands, as well as just get this champion absolutely free. But now let's look at what this champion does, or what this hero does, I should say. Hold on, not manage. I want to go over here, and we're going to go to support. Big B is a support. He is a radiant support. Where is our boy? Here he is. Yes. So let's take a quick look at his skills and show you guys exactly what this dude is all about. So we've got a passive here, Big B's Forceful Hand. When taking damage within melee range, there's a 50% chance of using Big B's Forceful Hand to knock back the source of damage 3 tiles with a 100% chance of inflicting attack penalty 2 for 10 seconds. Skill takes effect once every 4 seconds. That's pretty cool. Then we've got the first battle skill, Big B's Interposing Hand. There's a lot of hand imagery here, by the way. Creates an interposing hand around the hero to support allies, reducing the damage taken by allies within range by 30%. 30% damage reduction is awesome. The interposing hand vanishes when the total reduced damage taken exceeds 35,000. Pretty cool on 11 and a 16 recharge there. And then finally, we got the ultimate Bigby's clenched fist, the clenched fist of doom for Bigby. I just love this name, Bigby, too. Great name. But the clenched fist here, Bigby summons a fist to attack enemies within range with a 50% chance to dispel all buffs. That's awesome. Dealing radiant damage and reducing their ultimate energy by 25%. That is phenomenal. If you know how impactful that can be, if you've ever used the hero Electabri, I believe is how you say her name, reducing people's ultimate energy in this game is a disgusting ability. So this is an awesome ultimate. The skill is also a 50% chance to inflict stun on enemies for 5 seconds. Also really good, getting a chance to stun, and that gets up to a 75% chance, or excuse me, 65% chance to stun if you scroll this up. So really solid kit. Again, he is a radiant support. So he's going to be in the incandescent affinity that's changed now for season 3. So that's fire and radiance heroes, but super worth it. And again, you get him for free, guys. So don't ignore it. Use the link, get in the game, get a free legendary just for playing, which I think is such a cool thing that they do all the time in this game. Now, I want to talk about something that if you haven't played Dragonheir yet, this is one of the absolute best times to jump into this game, especially if you are coming from Raid Shadow Legends, which I imagine you might be if you're seeing this video on my channel. The first is this account appraisal event, guys, and it's an opportunity to take your account in Raid or your account in other games like Watcher of Realms and to actually take screenshots of your account and to put it into this program that will actually then give you summons, guys. So you have an opportunity to get summons absolutely free just by taking screenshots of your account. What other game does that? So it's a really wonderful way to reward people or give them a reason to try Dragonheir just to get a free massive amount of summons. I think it's up to 150 total, or 15,000 Wyrmarrow is the absolute maximum, depending on where you're coming from, if you were a previous Dragonheir player or if you've never played before. So it's different depending on the levels of your accounts, but such a cool event and not something I've seen any other game do. So definitely make sure that you take advantage of this if you are going to use my link. You use my link, you download the game, and then you go to the account valuation event and you take those screenshots, put them in, and get yourself some free summons. But that is not it, because Dragonheir also has a pre-summons event. And this was something that I used when I started playing Dragonheir because it's so cool. What you can do is you actually, I have to log in, but basically it gives you really easy quests to do. And then it will let you essentially pre-select your summons in the game. I think your first 100 or so summons get pre-selected by you. You actually get to choose the summons that you pull from doing these quests. You get an opportunity to pull summons. And then when you get into the game, those first 100 or so rolls of your Heliolite dice will be exactly from this event. So you'll actually know exactly what you're getting. It's basically a way to rig the system. So you have an opportunity to start with exactly what you wanted to get in terms of, you could have a bunch of different legendaries that you pull, and then you're coming in with that advantage up front. So super powerful. And another really cool thing that Dragonheir does to give you a reason to want to try it out. And the other thing I want to briefly mention about this event is if you do all the quests and roll all the different dice, you're guaranteed at least 3 legendary heroes, guys. That's right. You are literally guaranteed up to 3, or I should say a minimum of 3. You could get more, but you're guaranteed a minimum of 3 legendary heroes if you unlock all the different summons that you can do in this event. What an incredible way to start this game. So if you've been on the fence about trying Dragonheir, now is the time, guys. These events are awesome. So now is the perfect time to give Dragonheir a shot, guys. Make sure you use my link in the description down below. Come snag your free Bigby in the Portals and Keys event, as well as get all these awesome free summons just for checking it out. So make sure to use my link once more and let me know in the comments down below if you have already started playing Dragonheir. If you found it off of this video, I would really appreciate it. And of course, a huge thank you to Dragonheir for sponsoring today's video and the channel. I have really been enjoying playing this game, and I am absolutely certain that you will as well. So can't wait to hear what you guys think. And as always, thank you for the support. I will catch you on a video soon. Big Papa Drock out.